Absolutely. I kind of came into that conundrum myself where I found myself starting to gravitate more into content that's like super highly edited. And I just came to a point where like, I don't like doing this. And this isn't how I built my platform to begin with, you know? So there really is that dichotomy with fitness content. On one hand, you have the really edited, really fast food fitness type of guys, which is, you know, far be it for me to take money out of anyone's bag or say that that's a wrong way to go about it. But there's a different style and different flavor that you get with those two types of content. I would say that I am more in the substantive type of account myself, where more long form content, my own flavor of content that I make that's original as well. But I would say I'm definitely more on this side than that side.
Yeah. And really, you don't, I mean, there's a big blend. I mean, I know some channels who, like there's a guy, Chael Sonnen, who's big in MMA, and he just hit 1 million subscribers. And a lot of that growth is not just because of him. A lot of it is because the UFC has blown up so much that he hasn't grown with it. But nevertheless, he literally gets on, doesn't seem to do any editing and just talks, right? I'd say Jeffrey he does editing, but it's not like he's doing like super high quality editing. Like, I think it's funny what he like puts in there, but it's not like super high level. And then you got like a Jeff Nippard where he has a ton of editing that goes into it, but I still wouldn't say it's flashy. Like, it's still like a reasonable tone, reasonable pace of speaking, just highly edited in a good way. And then of course, I guess on the extreme, you've got like a Greg Doucette where it's just like bam, 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 and things like that. So as you said, not that one is necessarily wrong, but obviously there's a type that we prefer to consume and to put out.
Absolutely. And I'm someone where if I don't enjoy what I do, full disclosure, if I feel like I'm working, I'm a very lazy individual. Just to put it out there. If I feel like, oh, I got to clock into YouTube and make these 2 videos this week, I'm not going to want to do it. So I'm definitely very much someone that has to enjoy what I do. And I really enjoy doing what I like to do. And that's, you know, pull up my phone, start talking into the camera. I might put in some edits if I'm motivated to.
Yeah.
But if not, you know, it's more so my heart and what I want people to be able to get out of my content that I'm concerned with mostly. And that's giving freely, making sure people have the tools to help themselves and not spend any money if they don't have to. One of my most popular videos is a completely unedited 2-hour-long PowerPoint, which is a self-coaching video.
Wow.
It blew up. I posted it recently. I think it's up to 250,000 views.
Holy crap.
So fully time-stamped. It's a self-coaching video. It covers a variety of concepts. Anyone watching this, if you're interested, you can check it out. I'm not plugging it, but it is a good resource.
Is that the one with the berserk method, everything you need to coach yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, wow. You got, so that one's got 155,000. Incline bench doesn't work. Your pec says 227,000. Yeah, I mean, it's so interesting to me how you get like, I guess I have the occasional video that does significantly better than others, but for the most part, it's like pretty constant. But I will see on some of these channels where it's just like, boom, like 1 or 2. I saw one, like not related to fitness, but the other day I saw one that had 1.7 million views. And then everything else on this person's channel had like a couple hundred. Like somehow the algorithm picked it up and just boom. And then nothing else ever since then. It's very strange.
The algorithm is a fickle mistress.
Yeah.
It's, you know, I posted a video of me doing barbell rows once. I think that did really well, just randomly. It was like a 20-second clip of me doing barbell rows.
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands of views. I'm like, dude, how? I didn't even mean for that.
Yeah. And especially, I mean, nowadays it's even harder. Like I had a YouTube channel just for my own, just to post stuff, like for my own form videos back in high school. And there was one where it was like a guillotine press. And I guess because it's not a very popular exercise, when you search it, there's only so many results that come up. So this video, again, this was like 2009 or something. And it's got, I think like 10, 20,000 views on like a completely random channel that I had of nothing. And it's got more views than like most of my own videos, you know. Same thing, I got one of like it's like Italian grandmother reacts to tattoo, and it's like my brother pretending he had a tattoo and my grandmother freaking out or something. And so that video has got like 20,000 views, and it's like,
That's super fascinating. I would love to, sit down and talk to one of those YouTube scientists that created the algorithm. Like, how does this happen?
Yeah, I know. Maybe bribe them a little bit too. So what would you say your message is? I mean, we kind of talked about it a little bit, but is there one of the things like I talk about it, obviously I talk about genetics a lot, but I also talk about, I think, sustainability and doing this for a long time, not beating yourself up if you don't necessarily get the best results right away. Would you say that you have a certain message that kind of comprises your ethos on this space?
Absolutely. So first and foremost, like I touched upon a little bit before, I really like for the people that encounter my channel to know that they have the access to the tools to be self-sufficient. I guess you could say that's the core theme and value of my channel is self-sufficiency. I almost like to compare it to, this is something I say quite often, honestly, compare it to a teacher in school. At some point, you're not going to need your teacher. I think a lot of times we look towards YouTube channels or celebrities or people whose work that we enjoy and think that because we enjoy them as a person and enjoy their work, that we always have to consume that work as well. I'm someone where I say my goal is for you to not need me one day. And that even extends over to like the people I work with, that I coach, that I train. My goal is for you to know enough to where you don't need my help anymore. So I would say that's my first value, because with that, when you have self-sufficiency, you have freedom. You have freedom to explore. You have freedom to put more mental acuity into other tasks that could be more important to you. And just knowing that you know what you're doing as well is a freeing feeling as well. That's my biggest thing. On top of that, I just like to have fun. Like if you go on my channel, something I just posted was I saw Kiriakos Grizzly post this GTA edit. And I'm like, I like that song. It was from GTA 3, San Andreas. So I put that song on some of my training clips, so just to be goofy and funny. I like doing that as well. I really like the educational piece as well. One of my favorite types of videos to make is the whiteboard videos. People in my comments call it the legendary relic, the whiteboard, because it's like they get so hyped when I pull it out. But I really like breaking things down as well. And then I guess you could say I'm a bit of a training savant. I get really excited talking about it and showing people stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So like diving into the training, I mean, you obviously have built an impressive physique. I'm not sure in terms of your strength numbers. I see you. I mean, it looks like pretty damn strong. So I'm seeing here like 280 for 7 close grip Larson press, 300 seal row, and you're about 175 pounds.
COVID nerfed me, so I'm currently 176 pounds. But beforehand, I was 185. But some of my best lifts are a 370-pound paused Larson press. It was about a year ago. I've done a 315 seal row. In terms of hip hinges, Pete Rubish popularized a type of back extension. I've done, I think, 335 or 345 pounds on that.
Okay.
I recently have done a 515-pound stiff leg deadlift.
Wow.
250 front squat for 16 reps, 225 for 21. 4-plate weighted pull-up, just to name a few.
225 for 20 front squat, you said?
Yes.
Nice.
Just to name a few. Those are just a few that I've done recently.